Welcome to Police Quest in Pursuit of the Death Angel. It's a 1987 game by Sierra. You play the role of Sonny Bonds, a police officer, and you explore the dangers of being a police officer. Please like and subscribe to the video, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to be making a lot more Sierra games in the close future, hopefully. Yes. Intro is quite long, isn't it? Here we go. Time to start. Officer Sonny Bonds on duty, on the job. Ready to roll. So this is a story mode, where I'm going to add my little spin to things. Open door. So you can basically type in get all. Policeman's tool belt, don't leave home without it. You take the speed loader with 6 rounds of 357 Magnum hollow point silver jacketed bullets. And a briefcase that contains many items you need in the field. Now you type open case. And then you just say get all again. And instead of just typing, one at a time, you get the same amount of points. Now it's close case. Close locker. Cur. And then you head this way. Also have my cheat sheet with me, and basically went ahead and played the game before and made 2 huge mistakes that cost me a lot of points. So paper. You pick up this morning's edition of the Lytton Tribune. Okay, so I'm going to be reading on the left side first. Dope in the city. The city of Lytton, once a beautiful, peaceful, quiet city with few major crime problems, is now experiencing rapid growth and prosperity. But along with growth has come an alarming increase in the crime rate that is threatening the peace of Lytton. Police Sergeant Dooley states that dangerous drugs are showing up on the streets and in schools. The homicide rate and prostitution are at a level that the city has never seen. The Tribune has learned from a reliable source that a big-time drug dealer with a street name of Death Angel may be responsible for the drug traffic. Then President Hickle. Smugsville, USA. President Hickle was in Smugsville yesterday evening observing the annual migration of the red-bellied swamp codlers. The president, who has been a bird lover since childhood, rates the mating dance of the codler as being as spectacular as golden-crowd scum-sucker. The president candidly admitted that he once skipped the Geneva Arms Convention to watch some old codlers mate. The president says a bill is presently before the Senate proclaiming a National Codlers Day. Escaped. Lytton City Jail reported the escape of a female prison inmate last night. Florine Flustered Flora Paxton flew the coop by hiding beneath a pile of soiled prison laundry in a hand basket. Kingdom of Daventry is now under siege by a renegade 3-headed dragon. One identified gnome stated the kingdom is in a state of emergency. By the way, that is a King's Quest 3 reference. LPD officer. Wait, did I? Oh, yeah, I did read that one. LPD Officer of the Year nominees. Lytton PD Chief Whipplestick has nominated Sonny Bonds and Joe Walters for LPD Officers of the Year award due to the outstanding effort and commitment in crime prevention. Okay, so now it's drip paper, if I remember correctly. Drip paper. Okay, now I have to get into place. Sunny Bonds, please find your place. Briefing is about to begin. And your place is over here. This is your assigned position for briefings. Oh crap, I'm a bit to the left. Well, anyway, I'm going to save the game. As you can see, I've got a few marks there. Hey Sunny, that story in this morning's paper sure made you look good. Yes it did, yes it did. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Well, I can't guarantee that we're going to get the points that we want. 245 is what we're aiming for. That's why I've got a cheat sheet. Like I said, went and played ahead and saw how many points I could get. Still trying. Sergeant John Dooley briefs the 1 o'clock shift, beginning with the latest hot sheet of stolen rides. Welcome back, men, says Sergeant John Dooley. I hope you enjoyed the long weekend. Now listen up, he barks. We're looking for a black 1983 Cadillac license number LOP1238, VIN number CO3456218. Reported stolen last week. Try hard to find it, so I can get that Malcolm Washington character off my back for a change. Dooley continues, now hear this. Last night, 3 teenagers were arrested in 3 separate arrests, each for drunk driving. 2 of the 3 were in possession of cocaine and had all 3 attended Jefferson High School. That should tell you something, boys and girls. Well, that's it for today. Watch your butts, kids. We don't want old Chief Whipplestick whining about industrial injury stats going up again. Sunny Bonds, your call number will be 8332. And that's it for briefing, I guess. And this is Jack. I feel sorry for the guy. Okay. Lookhole. You look in Jack's pigeonhole and see a message that reads, I shot the lost sucker that nosed in my pigeonhole. Notice the points are 21. It's going up to 22 now. That's why you have to look into Jack's pigeonhole. Lookhole. You check the pigeonhole and find a handwritten message. Sunny, how's about an 1198 at Carol's Caffeine Caste later in the shift? Steve. Since you no longer need the message, you discard it. So there you threw the message away. I'm just going to save again. Hoping I did everything right. I'll get gun, get ammo, get case, get notebook, get pen, get newspaper, get pigeonhole. Studying briefing and listen to briefing. Take notes. I forgot to take notes. Okay. Take notes. Take notes. There we go. The point went up. You only get 1 point for that. So get radio. You pick up a squelchy, noisy but workable extender. You always get the noisy, workable extender. I don't know why. Alright, then get key. Get the key from the board. Okay, this is something you're supposed to do later on in the game, but I like getting the point. So, I'm gonna get the point right there. Open door. So I'm going into Morgan's office. Then I'm going to stand over here and say, look, phone. 5556674. Now, boys and girls, look at the points. Bing! Went up. 2 points. Yay! So it's supposed to be something you do later on in the game, but you can do it early, why not? Oh, this is your patrol car. Walk around the car, okay. Having performed the prescribed walk-around safety check of your vehicle, you're now ready to hit the streets. And trust me, if you don't do that, your car crashes. Open door, get in, close door, and drive. It's F4, or you can just type drive if you want to. I always save because I tend to crash very quickly. I'll probably have a few crashes along the way anyway, so to start off the game, you have F6 to drive slowly, F8 to drive a bit quicker, and F10 to, of course, activate your sirens and drive very fast. I'm going to hover in a circle because I'm looking for something very specific. There's supposed to be a car crash taking place alongside that building. Dispatch Squawks 8332 8332, respond to 1183 southwest corner of Fig and 4th. See, so now I'm supposed to know where Fig and 4th is. I just happen to do. Okay, I'm just going to switch off the siren. And then, upon your arrival at the scene of the accident, you observe a group of bystanders gawking at a green sedan that has attempted to carve its own door in the side of a brick building. And then I'm just going to be a little bit closer. Okay. It's a little thing I do. Accident. And then just to prevent me from saving over accident. Open door. Get out. Close door. Now you just walk over here. You type in help man. You take a deep breath, look in the car, and see a male slumped motionless over the steering wheel. A closer look reveals a bloody injury to the left side of his head and a gaping hole in his lower right jaw. Help man again. No pulse, no breathing, no vital signs. He's Kaputski. There is a bullet hole in the driver's window. This is not your normal everyday traffic accident. In your opinion, this man was murdered. Dum dum dum. He ain't dead, he just sleeping. No, he dead. Right, then you walk up to this guy and say, talk, man. An excited young man approaches you. Officer, he says, I saw what happened. I saw everything. Everything. I was buying a paper at the newsstand across the street when I heard the scream of tires. He tells you, I looked down at the street and here comes this car and a light blue late model Cadillac racing down the street side by side. When they got closer, I heard a bang. I thought one of them had a blowout. But right after that, this car here lost control and crashed. The light blue caddy just kept on jamming. He finishes breathlessly. Talkman again, by the way. All I know is, says the witness, I think I saw part of his license plate number. Lima 964. You use your radio, Control D, by the way. You use your radio to advise dispatch of the apparent homicide. The car radio crackles a response. 10 for 8332, we copy 187 PC homicide. Be advised, one homicide unit is en route and the coroner's office has been notified. Continue investigation. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. 10 for 8332, we copy 187 PC homicide, continue investigation. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. Dispatch, this is 8332. Be advised, description of suspect vehicle is late model light blue Cadillac. 10 for 8332. We copy light blue Cadillac, partial license L964. Job's done, let's go home. No, I'm just gonna wait over here, save my game again. Carol's on the phone. Okay, got it. Waiting is always the hardest, right? Patience. Gotta learn patience. The Jedi way. Homicide detectives Oscar Hamilton arrives with Sergeant Dooley. Dooley tells you Bond's Detective Hamilton will handle the investigation from here. Hit the streets and try to find the rat responsible, says Sergeant Dooley. I'll introduce the witness to Hamilton. Good, good. Open door, get in. Close door. Drive. Save game again. The reason I save so much is because I get in so many accidents in this game. I really get into a lot of accidents. If you think it's easy, try the game. I dare you. So what we're looking for now is a person to skip the red robot. We're supposed to tell this person, no, you're not interested in your body. Interested in writing you a ticket. Miss. It could be Mrs., it could be ma'am, I don't care. I don't want that thing either way. She ugly. I got a certain taste. She ain't my taste. I'm just driving this route because it's the easiest for me. You can also go skew like them. You use your numpad. Oh crap, it's Caffeine Castle. I forgot. I'm driving looking for that person. Steve radios 8332. This is 8331. Time for 11:98 at Caffeine Castle. Okay, well, let's get some speed into the ride. And then I'm just going to save the game for in case I drive into the wall or something. Park the car. Get out. Close door. There we go. And then we walk into Carol's Caffeine Castle. Sit. Carol's very busy. You can see that from here. Busy lady. Whoa, 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 busy lady. Her place is stacked. I wonder why she never got someone to help her. Carol sets your coffee down and says, Here you go, big boy. One cafe IV. We're talking about an IV trip, but anyway. Drink coffee. You slam back the entire mug of Jamaican Java. Your eyeballs roll back in your head. Ooh, speaking of Jamaican Java. Nice. Not strong enough to roll my eyeballs, but close enough. Carol yells at you from across the room. Officer Bonds, there's a Detective Hamilton on the phone for you. Thank you, Carol. Get up. Answer phone. You take the phone and hear Bonds. This is Detective Hamilton. We identified the 187 victim in the car as Lonnie West, a local small-time drug dealer. Believe it or not, he's the second small-timer to get his ticket punched in the last 2 weeks. I just wanted you to know about West since you worked the scene. Gotta run, got another call waiting. Don't spend the whole day drinking coffee. Bye. Click. Alright, so here we go. I'm out of here. How did he know I was drinking coffee? Because he phoned the place. Duh. Carol's Caffeine Caste. Coffee place. How do you think he knew we were drinking coffee? Anyway, open door. Get in. Close door. Drive. Save. Okay, now we look for the person with the red rubber, I think. 47 points. Yeah, we're still on Q, still on par, still with. Oh, by the way, this means red, so I'm going to stop here. If I were to cross the red robot now, the game would stop and I'd be game over because I'd be breaking the law. They don't even give you a chance to pay the fine. They're just like, you broke the law. So you're automatically dead. Oh, but you can drive in the middle of the road. You can drive on the wrong side of the road. I'm driving in the middle of the road at the moment. They don't do squat to me. Like I said, it's hard to keep the car in the middle of the road. It's such a tiny thing. Your hand-eye coordination has to be perfect to get it exactly right. See? I fumbled up again. Watch how the cars behind me is going to prove that I am not driving in the correct lane. Get back to the road, buddy. Oh wait, the robot was green for me. Left you there, bub. Sucker. Well, it was an accident. I don't know why I was concentrating on talking too much. I don't know, in those days we enjoyed playing games like these. It used to keep us busy. It used to keep us guessing for hours. My father was playing Leisure Suit Larry for a very long time. I actually figured out how to get the rope a few years back, and he basically never figured it out, so I told him the other day how to get the rope. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna save right here. There, skip the robot. Did you see that red sports car that ran that red light? Of course I did. I knew it was gonna happen. Pull over. You're busted as vehicle. I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I saw it. Pull over. There we go. It's tough doing this. Alright. You activate your red emergency lights and observe the sports car pull to the curb and stop. Let's see, this is the bar from Leisure Suit Larry. Alright, so you're supposed to run the plates. Dispatch, this is 8332. Run once on Ocean Henry Mary Yellow Mary George. Dispatch returns with the information you requested. OHMYMG is currently registered to Helen Hotz, no wants. So that means there's no warrants outstanding. You can see what looks like a female in the car, so you can proceed with caution. Open door, get out, close door, walk over. Then you look at her and say, look, woman, man, come on. As you look into the car, you wonder, can this be happening? The young lady has a smile that could melt the polar ice caps, beautiful flashing eyes, gorgeous hair, and her unbuttoned blouse makes it obvious that she has nothing to hide. Ask license. In a soft, seductive voice, she murmurs, "Why, officer, I'm just sure I didn't do anything wrong." Being the veteran you are, you overcome temptation and stare the young lady straight in the eyes. "May I please see your driver's license, ma'am?" She's hopping mad as she yells, "Oh, you cops are all alike. All you care about is making your stop quotas. Well, come on, snap it up and hurry, Mr. Big Shot, traffic cop." Okay, so she was supposed to ask me, is there anything she can do for me? Well, guys like you make me want a big dip of snuff. You never give a decent girl a break. You just hassle people. Alright, so you're supposed to say no to the offer. And then score is 52. Aha, here it comes. "I'm truly sorry, sir. I honestly did not even see that red light. Is there anything I can do to convince you to let me off? And I do mean anything." Say no. See, there you get the points. Okay, so now, after all this, is radio license plate, refuse her, and write ticket. Look, woman, ask license. Okay, so it is now write ticket. Sign, no, give license. Carefully fill the necessary information on the citation. She's hopping mad as she yells, "Oh, you cops are all alike. All you care about is making your quotas." Wait, she already said that. And the snuff, yeah. Sign. Ticket. You hand her the ticket book and your pen. "Please sign at the X, ma'am," you politely instruct her. She hands your ticket book back and suggests with a sarcastic smile, "Why don't you shove that pen where the sun don't shine, officer? Mommy and daddy, really." She really has daddy issues and mommy issues, right? Give ticket. There's 59. 59 is what I'm supposed to have. Yeah. She verbally pounds you again. "Officer, did your mother have any children that lived?" "Yeah, me." "Okay. Have a nice..." She replies in a heated voice, "Just remember, fish breath, I'm gonna file a complaint on you. I'll cheat, lie, do anything possible to get your little fuzz butt in trouble, you hear me? Nice day, ma'am." What's it nice? Here, goody. Open door. Oh, my goodness. Enraged, the young woman shrieks as you drive off. "Your mama wears army boots, you shithead." Well, since you've got mommy issues, yo mama so fat she buys 5 tickets in the movie theater just to sit down. Your mama so ugly, when she bends over, Shrek Cove pops out of her butt and says, "Get out of my swamp." You really want your mama jokes? I got a ton. But let's not insult her. She has mommy and daddy issues. So, I'm guessing any your mama or your daddy joke will insult her. So sad. How insulting. Okay, so now we're basically waiting for the bikers at Caffeine Castle. The thing I do not like about the bikers at Caffeine Castle, for some reason, the bikes make it very hard to park there. Dispatch squawks 8332, 8332, respond to a complaint at Carol's Caffeine Castle. See what I mean? Save. Okay, so here we are. I'm probably gonna crash. Oop. Haha, made it. Save the game as bikers. Get nightstick. Close door. Okay, I got my nightstick. I got out of the vehicle. Now I'm supposed to walk over to Carol. Hello, busy lady. Talk. Carol. Carol is obviously upset as she blurts in a loud tone of voice, "Oh, Sonny, those drunken bikers in the bar next door are taking up all the parking places in front of my cafe. They just have no consideration for others. Where are my customers going to park? Will you ask them to move their motorcycles, please?" Great. Another chapter in your life of big-time crime-stopping parking space hogging. So, 65 is the score at the moment. Just want to check something. 65... yes, that is currently the place where I want to be. So... As he heads for the back room, the bartender mumbles under his breath, "Here comes trouble." The leader of this bunch comes over to you and says, "Well, well, if it ain't the tidy bowl man. What the you want, pig?" I'm guessing it's the F word, but anyway. Move bikes. How do you plan to make us move our bikes, wimp? Oh, you didn't go there. Use. Say goodnight, pig. We're gonna kick the shit out of you. Nightstick. Oh! You remove your PR-24 and take a defensive stance. The head biker quickly backs down, saying, "Excuse us, sir. If you're going to be rough with us, we'll just leave quietly." That's not what he said 5 seconds ago. Goodbye now, goodbye. Come on, guys, let's blow this joint. Ooh, yeah. Goodbye. Goodbye. The local working girl seated at the bar seems to know you. She props from the stool and shouts, "Sonny Bonds, that you? My hero. Boy, am I glad you showed up. Those guys had some pretty strange ideas." Ask about drugs. Obviously, you have come to the right place. Sweet Cheeks Marie spills her guts to you. "You know what I heard the other day," says Marie. "There's a big dope man trying to take over Lighton. He likes to call himself the Death Angel. I don't know no more about him, but this John was sure a peculiar duck. I only seen him once, and not sure about his name. I think it was Kaufman or Hoffman, or something like that. He's a real spiffy dresser, but the funniest thing, the guy has a sweet little flower tattoo above his left nipple, and was kinda cute, really. That's the only real news in town, sweet thing. In return for the information on the Death Angel, you tell Sweet Cheeks of the upcoming undercover crackdown on prostitution called Operation Trick Trap." And that is 73, correct? 73, yes. So now it's the drunk driver. Yeah. Drunk driver. "So long, sweetie," says Sweet Cheeks Marie. "Come see me sometime when we can spend more time, darling. Bikes are gone, we are happy. 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 So happy." Open door. Get in. Close door. Drop. Stick. Drive. Okay, so now we're going to look for a drunk driver. Well, so far I crashed once. The last time I played this game while researching, I died by this time about 14 times. It's green for me. Always double check the robots. Cause damn, that shit is whack. Okay, so what we're looking for is a tiny purple car that can't drive for crap. The car will be moving up and down and sideways, and that is in a straight line. There we go. You observe an erratically driven vehicle and feel the driver may have had one too many. So here's what we do. Save the game. And try and stop the guy before he kills someone. He slowly pulls to the right, jumps the curb, and comes to a stop. By the way, this is a crack on the games writer that also wrote Larry. What's his name? Yeah. I'm too big now. 4. Drunk driver. Allo, that's the guy. So this is a crack on Allo, because the guy looks exactly like him. Even his license plate, everything gives it away. Your radio dispatch run the check on personalized license plates. PRGR MR1, Programmer 1. It appears to be currently registered. Dispatch returns with PRGR MR1 is clear with valid local registration in the name of Art Sarabian. I don't know what the Art Sarabian is, but it's got something to do with the art program or something. Record checks shows 2 prior DUI convictions. So meaning he's been drunk twice before. Alright. Open door. Get out. Close door. Now, a lot of things that I do in the game you don't get points for, but I do them anyway, just, I don't know, for fun. You cautiously approach the vehicle and observe one male seated behind the wheel. Rolling down his window appears to be quite a challenge to him, meaning he's so drunk he can't even open a window. Okay, so here you go, and then it is ask. I keep changing them. The man fumbles with his wallet. My license. Yeah, it's right here. It is. Okay, so it's license. Driver, radio, administered test. Okay, so it's Arts Arabian. See restrictions. He's a programmer. 2 Macintosh Street. I mean, I just can't figure out the Arts Arabian, but the hair, none. And I think Aldo's got hair somewhere. I don't think none is the case, but anyway. Since the information on the driver's license matches the subject, you return his license to him. Get out. The gentleman responds to your request. Yes, sir. Administer test. I hope I spelled that correctly. You correctly administer the field sobriety test and are amused as your subject gives you best imitation of a young swan attempting its first takeoff. As you can see, he's going to be dancing like a young swan and struggling to move. Cuff man. The drunk begs you, could you cuff me in the front please, I'm not feeling so good. And you say, on, sir, no. Not wanting to take a chance, you explain, I'm sorry sir, but the departmental policy dictates all custody arrests shall be restrained by the proper handcuffing procedure, and that means behind your back. Unfortunately, with the game teaching you how to be a cop, you can't even be lenient with the people. You have to stick to the rules. So that's one thing. You place your subject under arrest for the violation of Lytton City Vehicle Code VC 23502, driving while under the influence. Okay, and then you read rights. Carefully admonish your suspect of his Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. What you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. That's not the way I know it, but anyway. Search man. Now this is what I said, the Miranda rights and the search man, not going to help you in this case, but I like doing it anyway. Pat down a gentleman and find no weapons. So now it's follow me, and you'll see that you get points for putting the follow me, because that is what you're supposed to do. Reluctantly, he says, oh, okay, where are we going? And then, so as not to excite him, you say, oh, we're just going to take a little ride to see some friends of yours. It's okay, buddy, come on. See, you got 3 points for that one. So over here, and then it's open door. Nope, wrong door. Get in, close door, radio tow truck, if I remember correctly. You key the radio dispatch. This is 8332, request 11185 at my 1020. 8332 10-4, 1 tow truck en route. Okay, then it's off to the slow-mo with you, kid. Did I save the drunk driver? I can't remember. What about my car? Don't worry, it'll be towed somewhere safe at your expense. I don't know, that's just mean. I know the guy's drunk and stuff, but hell, just wouldn't it have been so nice to just tow his car without it costing him a thing? Well, it would have been cheaper if he actually drank at home. For the purposes of this video, I'll make this quick. Alright. See if you can walk up those stairs without falling down. You ordered it drunk. There must be a reason he's drinking. Now you're being rude to him. Hick, what do you mean, officers? He replies, I walk line this even when I'm sober. I walk like this even when I'm sober. Now I'm drunk. Watch your step, Art. We don't want you falling down the stairs. Hick, says Art. Drop gun. Place your revolver in the locker. Close door. Press button. You push the buzzer. The jailer releases the electronic lock. Follow me, you order your prisoner. The jailer greets you with a friendly, oh no, here comes more paperwork. The jailer says, what can I do for you, hot pencil? Drunk. Driving. You remove and inventory the prisoner's personal property, then hand it to the jailer with the booking slip. Remove cuffs. You remove the cuffs and place them in your handcuff case. 87. Whew, boy, that feels good, says the drunk. Those cuffs were so tight I thought my hands had fallen off. 37. If he throws up on the floor, the jailer laughs. You're gonna clean it up, Bonds. Gee, thanks a lot, officer, says the drunk. I'm so happy I could just... Yeah, save it for the judge. You happy guy, you. Laura enters the jail and says, Hey, Sonny, I need to speak with you for a moment. A position has opened in the narcotics division, and according to Lieutenant Morgan, it'll be filled by a veteran street cop. If you're interested, submit a memo to Lieutenant Morgan as soon as possible. It would be a great chance for you to get out of that uniform for a while. Just as Laura leaves, the jailer yells at you. The jailer yells, Hey, hot pencil, come over here. I just hung up from talking to Dooley. And is he hot? The jailer continues, He wants you back at the office on the double. Right. Open door. Get gun. You remove and holster your weapon. Close door. Almost there. I nearly crashed as well. Open door. Get out. Close door. Bum, ba-dum, bum. You write a request for transfer to the narcotics division. Put memo into basket. You place your request into the in basket. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. If that gremlin keeps messing with me, says Sergeant Dooley, I'm going to notify Internal Affairs to start an investigation. When I find out who the little weasel is, says Sergeant Dooley, you'd better believe that he or she will be walking a footbeat from the river all the way to Joe's junkyard. Drop radio. You return your radio to extender to recharge stand. Okay, I'm gonna try and miss all these people. Hey Sonny, Dooley says he's gonna start a big internal affairs investigation just because some fool put a stinking smelly bird on his desk. Key. You hang the keys on the keyboard. Open door. You can hardly believe your eyes. A full-grown chicken with its legs tied together is flapping about and clucking raucously right on Sergeant Dooley's desk. Feathers fly everywhere, but that's not the worst. Unfortunately, the chicken has lost control of her bodily functions. The mysterious gremlin has struck Sergeant Dooley again. Sonny, if I find out that you are inconsiderate, worthless gremlin, I'll hang you out to dry. It's not me. Can you just stop following me and leave me alone? Open door. Yeah, leave me alone. Hey, Sonny, you're off duty, aren't you? Some of us are going by the Blue Room to throw Jack a little surprise party. After you change clothes, why don't you stop by? The dancer we hired for Jack's party is something else. Yes, she is. I don't know who would wear a straw skirt and balloons to a surprise party, but anyway. I'm trying to get to my locker, thank you. Open door. Change. You don't need to shower. Change. Oh no. Locker. There we go. Now I found out the hard way that you don't have to shower. I've been turning on and off that shower head for a very long time. And I was surprised to see no points. Really? Now there's another secret to this. With the private police car and the police car, you have to walk around the vehicle. With the Corvette, you don't. But also with the Corvette, you're not allowed to run a stop street. Not ever. Sucks, but open door. Get in. Close door. Get wallet. Drive. Here I'm gonna drive a bit slow because there's a robot here. Ah, it's green for me. Yay! Okay, got you in time. Safe, off duty. See a friend Jack seated alone at the table. There's a jukebox against the wall to the left. That does absolutely nothing. Sit. Jack speaks. Boy, what a depressing day I've had today, Sonny. Jack speaks in a very depressed voice. Oh, Sonny, I just discovered my daughter is doing drugs. It's really screwed me up. I know she's getting him at school, but I just can't finger the punk who's supplying. My life is going to crap. I can't talk to my daughter. She won't listen to me anymore. My drinking has my marriage on the rocks. My wife's ready to leave me. Everything's a mess. Hey, Keith, you say, how's it going? Good, Sonny, he replies. Oh my god. Jack is totally surprised as everyone sings happy birthday. Hoochie Coochie Hannah, a dancer from the local rent-a-gag business, enters the room dressed in a grass skirt and balloons. Jack says, oh no, now what? You say it's time to stand up and face the music, Jack. Wow. In her most seductive voice, Hoochie Coochie Hannah whispers, here's a little something so you'll have a happy birthday, Jack baby. Keith says, well, Jack, you old codger, what did you think of Hoochie Coochie Hannah? Yes, now. Yes, no, Keith, Jack answers, I think I'll ask Santa to put her under my Christmas tree this year. Keith pipes up, oh my gosh, Sonny, did you forget we swapped shifts last week? You're due at the station for swing shift briefing in 15 minutes. I'm gonna be late for it anyway. I'm always late for it, no matter what I do. Open door, get in, close door, drop wallet. Therefore, save. It's a red robot. If I cross it, I die. There's no sirens on this one. And the waiting is killing me. I'm driving the wrong lane anyway. Let's see, it's going to be red for a while, so I'll just... Oh my goodness, thank you, that thing didn't turn. See. Okay, so... Listen to breathing and get note from Pigeonhole will land me 103. But don't forget there's other things that need to be done as well. In his firm voice, Dooley reminds you being punctual to briefings might keep some of those corrective memos out of your pigeonhole, Bonds. Now find your seat. Yeah. Sergeant Dooley says, Men, we've received information from the day sergeant concerning a missing persons report filed earlier this morning. It seems that a Mexican male, physical description of 5'8", 145 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, by the name of Jose Martinez was last seen by his wife 2 days ago, getting into a late model light blue Cadillac. No one has seen or heard from Martinez since. This person has some previous arrests involving narcotics sales, says Dooley, concluding the briefing. Be advised, this black Cadillac may be one of and the same as the one involved in the recent murder of Lonnie West. We have a partial license plate number L964. Dooley then proceeds to give everyone their beat assignments for the day, concluding with your Sunny Bonds. Your call number will be 8332. Keep it safe out there, boys and girls. Okay, I'm late for court, Sunny. Catch you later. Look hole. You should buy a new watch, Sunny. You might show up on time for once. Check your pigeonhole and find a sealed envelope. Ripping it open, you read a message from an unknown informant advising you of illegal high-stakes gambling in the back room of the Hotel Delphoria Cocktail Lounge. You vow to remember the information and discard the envelope and message. One is 3, that's everything, alright? Yeah. You pick up a squeakable extender, by the way. You're not close enough? You get the key from the keyboard. Oh, good? Good? Yes. Having performed the prescribed walk-around safety check of your vehicle, you are now ready to hit the streets. So if you don't do that, then something happens with your car. Okay, so we're now going to drive around and look for a light blue vehicle. This is where mistakes happen. This next one is a doozy. If you do one thing wrong, you lose a lot of points, and you can lose a lot of points very easily. So if you have played the game and you haven't made your quota of 245 points or more, this is where your mistake will be. I'm 90% sure of it. Unless you didn't look in the phone of Morgan's office or things like that. Hopefully I'll be finding more errors as I go, or more things that I can more points that I can get. I'm going to try and drive up because I have to block this guy. Wow, why is it taking so long for this guy to appear? Aha. Dispatch, Dispatch relays 8332. Be advised, possible stolen vehicle reported in your vicinity. Vehicle is a light blue late model Cadillac last seen near Jefferson High. Possible drug involvement. Approach with caution 10-4. I see you. Make my day, punk. Dispatch relays 8332. Be advised, possible stolen vehicle reported in your vicinity. Vehicle is a light blue late model Cadillac last seen near Jefferson High. Possible drug involvement. Approach with caution 10-4. Ah, shit. Yeah, I know. Ha! Got you. Okay, so far I've crashed twice. That's a lot less than I usually do. Nothing your persistence and driving skill. The driver of the Cadillac pulls it over after his attempts to lose you fail. Okay, so like I said, this is where everything can go wrong, and this is very tricky. So this is the part where you subscribe and like the video. Stolen car. Okay, there's a reason I'm saving more than once. Okay, Control D. You nervously key your radio. Dispatch, this is 8332, request backup code 3. Dispatch responds, be advised, 8331 is responding code 3 to your location. Now you wait. Officer Jack Cobb arrives on the scene. Cobb radios dispatch. Dispatch, please be advised. Hold all radio traffic until code 4 confirmed. Dispatch responds affirmative. 8332, this is 8331. Sunny, I'll cover you from the passenger side of your patrol car while you make contact with the suspect. 8331 out. Alright, so now you open door, get out, load gun. You rip out your speed loader and load your weapon. Draw gun. Alright. once again, save, because this is where the fun begins. Exit your vehicle with hands up. I did it correctly. Because what you normally have to do is you have to say, get out, freeze, slide down. No? Yeah, get up, freeze, raise hand, slide down, all that. So if you say this, then he doesn't shoot you. Otherwise, he walks to the end and wants to shoot you. You have to type in freeze quickly and what. The suspect falters for a moment, then slowly raises his hands. He realizes he does not have a chance and follows your order. Lie down. Okay, I'm lying down. Jack says, I've got him covered, Sonny. Go ahead and cuff him. Okay, so what you now have to do is put weapon away. Put weapon away. You apprehensively approach the suspect, sensing his desperation. There's a cuff man. You feel relief as you close the handcuffs around his wrists. Stand. Okay, search man. You search the suspect and find only pocket change, plus a loaded Smith & Wesson .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun. The suspect pipes up, honest officer, I only carry that for self-defense on the freeways. Quiet down, you order him, hey Jack. You yell to your backup, how's about booking this evidence? Okay, Jack replies. Okay, read rights. Suspect cuts you off short and he says, I know my rights, you jackass. You have to read it anyway. To be safe, you read his rights to him anyway. Carefully, you admonish your suspect of his Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. What you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. Okay, now you type in follow me. You order the suspect into the patrol car. He submits with a sarcastic all right. Open door. Okay, again, save your game. Now you write close door, get gun. You carefully handle the gun so as not to smudge any possible fingerprints. See, you got points there, 125. Yeah. Give gun to Jack. Hey Jack, you shot, book this gun. Okay. Now you walk up to the suspect's vehicle because you ain't done yet. Open trunk. Look. Open the trunk and discover a clear plastic bag containing a white powdery substance resembling cocaine and another clear plastic bag containing a green leafy substance resembling marijuana. Close trunk. As you start to examine the evidence, you hear Jack's voice behind you. Just leave that stuff in the trunk, Sonny. I'll impound it along with the car. Oh, Jack, you say, see you back at the station. It's actually okay, Jack, but anyway. Open cubby hole. Okay, this is where the points start rolling, and guys, if you don't do this, you miss points once again. Open book. And now you can read through everything, but you already got the points. By the way, there's a lot of things you can read here that make sense, like the LW is the guy that got shot. Terminate LW, see there? I can't remember his name. And then there's play poker with JB, initiate plan 3 and all that. So this is basically the entire plan. Drop book. Okay. Marvin Hoffman, Leroy Pearson. So here you can see all the names of the people that are supposedly dead or shot or whatever. So he's taking on aliases of people that have been deceased. Your partner will impound these items into evidence along with the car. Now close cubby hole. Alright, look door. Again, say the door jamb of the suspect's vehicle is black instead of light blue. A closer examination of the door jamb reveals the vehicle's VIN plate. A quick rub your thumb uncovers its number, CO3456218. Close door. Which is, by the way, the number of the stolen black Cadillac. So it's been painted blue and used by this guy. Get in. Close door. Okay, now another thing is you cannot call for the car to be impounded because Jack does all that. You just have to get this guy to jail. If anything happens to my car, I'll have my lawyer on you so fast he'll keep it down back there, slime ball. Jack comes on the radio. Dispatch, this is 8331 confirming code 4 on felony. Stop 1 in custody. 8332 proceeding to jail, requests tow truck to location. Dispatch response affirmative. 8331 code 4 tow truck en route. Okay, so there's already a tow truck on the way. For his vehicle. So you don't have to worry about his duds getting lost. Get up those stairs, dog meat. Oh. Shut up, Hoffman, and keep moving. I forgot this guy talks a lot. I guess this is your big bust for the day, huh, pig? Seeing you in cuffs gives me a natural high, punk. This guy talks a lot of shit. You're going to find that this was a big waste of your time and mine. Oh yes, a big waste of time. Open door. Drop. Gun. Close door. A lot of these things are repetitive, but I don't like to read it twice. Push the buzzer and the jailer releases the electronic lock. Follow me, order your prisoner. The jailer greets you with a friendly, "If you're selling tickets, I don't need any." "My goodness gracious," says jailer, "here stands Bonds again on behalf of the people." "This is one bad dude," says jailer. "What are you booking him for, Sherlock?" "Drugs." Jailer responds, "Okay, drugs will do. Fill out his booking slip and give me his property." "What's your name?" the jailer asks your prisoner. "The name is Marvin Hoffman, you scumbag," he responds. "And that's all you're getting out of me." Deep down you know this sleazebag is not the man he claims he is. You're booking as Marvin Hoffman anyway, hoping his numerous felony charges will keep him in the slammer for long enough for you to ascertain true identity. You hand the jailer the booking slip and the suspect's property. "Okay, Bonds," the jailer says, "you can remove his cuffs and place Mr. So-called Marvin Hoffman into cell number 1. You remove the cuffs and place them in your handcuff case. "Your penthouse awaits you, Hoffman." "Show it, Peg." So it's supposed to be at 1:36. It is. "You little meter maids can't keep me in here," he shouts. Hoffman yells, "I'll be out of this tank before you finish your coffee break." Jack says, "Well, I see you got that slimeball pusher booked." "The car is tucked away and all the evidence is booked. This is one clean bust, my boy. I received a call from dispatch on the way over here. Dooley wants to see you in his office when you are done here. Since my shift is over, I'll see you back at the station." Close door. Ooh. Getting tired now. Eyes are burning. I'm just going to basically drive to the police station and then gonna hit the hay. Oops, wrong button again. There we go. So, where was I? Get out. Don't run away. Okay. So, back again. This is the second night. Take 2, if you will, and action. So, back at the police station. There is a memo in Dooley's office. Okay. If I remember correctly. Drop radio. Okay, then you get down here. Right. Drop key. Keys on the board. Yes. Open door. Oh yeah, dude, Lee's gonna cry now. "Hello, Sonny. I have a memo here concerning you. Let me read it to you." And then he tries. As Sergeant Dooley starts to read, his eyes begin to sting and water profusely. Sergeant Dooley races for the bathroom, cursing the gremlin for spraying the memo with mace. On his way out, Dooley yells, "Read the memo yourself, Sonny, if you can." Well, what happens is the mace, because it's oily, it gets into your fingers and then your eyes and shit. So if you kind of stand away from it, then you can still read it. From the hallway comes uncontrolled laughter as Dooley declares, "When I find that gremlin I swear I'll kill him." Oh, when I find out who that gremlin is, I swear I'll kill him. Okay, my bad. I don't have my glasses on, but I don't want to look like a nerd. I already am one, so read memo. Interdepartmental memo from Lieutenant James Morgan, Narcotics. Officer Bonds. Officer Bonds' request for a temporary transfer to the Narcotics Department has been approved. Bonds is to report to my office as soon as possible, ASAP for short, in suitable street clothes. Okay, so now you have a score of 138. Let's see. 138. Yep, that is correct. Receive briefing from Morgan. So you don't get any additional points for changing clothes and stuff, but you still get your radio. Remember the radio. This is important. If you forget the radio, you're gonna have a problem later on. Open door. Change. Who will now get all the belt, the ammo, and the case. This is not necessary, but I do it anyway. Get all, close case, close locker, and I have managed to learn something very valuable today about this game. Apart from getting your radio, it's very important to pick up the radio now, but I learned how to squeeze some more points out of the game, so this is going to be a hoot. Get radio. Punk. You pick up your squelchy, noisy, but workable extender. Okay, so now we go to Morgan's office. Pardon me for saving so much. I'm trying not to forget to do something. And trying not to mess up. The problem with Sierra games is one wrong move. Kaputski. That's it, Kaputski. You're done. Hello, Sonny. Please step over here to my desk. Lieutenant Morgan welcomes you to the Narcotics Division and explains the necessity of your new image. Sonny, I've decided to put you on the Hoffman case due to your involvement in the arrest. Your partner will be Detective Laura Watts. You can join Laura in her office now. Good luck on the case and welcome aboard, Sonny. Okay, so that is 139 points. Where we should be, I guess. Receive Morgan 139, yes, and then Hoffman file from cabinets next. Okay. This is that part. Got it. Welcome to the Narcotics Division, Sonny. It says Laura. I am pleased you were selected for the position. And now she's going to show you the office. Allow me to show you around. Okay, yeah, I'm here. This file cabinet contains all our active narcotic cases, including Hoffman's file. Okay, which I'm going to be doing a little bit later. Walk this way. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm here. This keyboard contains the keys to the unmarked cars that are assigned to the narcotics division. I've been meaning to update that clipboard hanging there. Thank God you didn't. By the way, our radio call number is 83 Nora 10. Yes, yes. This will be your desk, Laura continues. Since you have your own desk now, your pigeonhole will be assigned to someone else. And now she goes to sit down. Sunny, Laura says, earnestly I attended Hoffman's arrangement early this morning. He's being represented by some out-of-town hotshot lawyer. The jerk has convinced Judge Palmer that Hoffman is who he says he is, and that he's not the worst of it. Judge Palmer set Hoffman's bail at only $500,000. Laura exclaims, we've got to show cause to justify a no bail warrant. If Hoffman gets out on bail, we'll never see his ugly face again. Okay. Sunny, I have a meeting right now, but can't stay. Hoffman's your baby now, and hope. And what the hell? Take 2 action. Sunny, I have a meeting right now and can't stay. Hoffman's your baby now, and time is running out. I hope you can discover some information that will convince Judge Palmer to hold him without bail. Alright, can I please type now? I want to type now. Thank you. Open cabinet. T. Okay. Wow. Get Hoffman file. La. Okay, then you find 2 small flower above bail arrest charges, suspicion license, summary, waterfront, stuff. Sorry, I'm looking for something. He's got cocaine worth 250,000 rand. There's the handgun with the serial number 9764912. So why do you have to look at the gun? Okay. So then you just type get file again, and it will take the file from the drawer. Then you walk over here. You get key. Take one of the keys, and it's important to type clipboard. So get. Sonny, I just got a call from jail. Hoffman's attorney is on his way over there. $500,000 to bail him out. Clipboard. Go away, lady. You bother me. The Grand Theft Auto 1983 Cadillac Coupe, license LP 1238, VIN number CO3456218. That is the stolen black Cadillac, by the way. Ladies saw panties. Remington rifle, dog food, large mouth, wedding rings, and dog. Okay, then here you say take wanted poster. Okay. Then drop clipboard. I think I got everything now this time. Read the memo, yes. Receive briefing, yes. Remove half and file, yes. Get the wanted poster, yes. Get keys, yes. So I'm supposed to be at 146 points. And I am. So, let's go get him. Let's just see if I did the other side right. Drop key, change, take one and post a check car. Okay, arrive at, okay, yeah. Okay, that I've done a few times, so probably won't mess this up. Okay, it's important once again, you have to check your car. So, walk to the car, then you mosey on this way, then you mosey on back, like you're doing a dance. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. So, having performed the prescribed walk-around safety check of your vehicle, you are now ready to hit the streets. You don't say. Drive, fool. By the way, when you are doing the bikers thing, you can press the F10 also to use your button, your PR, whatever or another, to do your karate moves with the biker gang. Found out today, so that's a helpful hint for you guys. No need to take out the gun with F6. It's just use F10. It's much simpler that way than typing it all out. Open door. Get it out. Close door. Forgot to save. I don't know why I save here. This is like the easiest thing to do. I always tend to save here. Okay, so it's 147 for getting out. Yeah. Yeah, 102 many. Get down to that. Get down to that. How do you do, sir? May I help you? Yes. Emergency. Please wait a moment. I'll send a message with the bailiff. Okay, so let's hope I've got everything. By the way, do I have everything? Cadillac keys, revolver, briefcase, pen, wanted post, ticket book, handcuffs. Yeah, I believe I've got everything. It's good to always check your inventory, make sure you got everything. Everything. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. The bailiff says Judge Palmer will see you if you can make it quick. Go on into the courtroom. Thank you, laddie. Why do you look like a mirror image of me, except for a black shirt? I like the black shirt idea. Open door. This part is very easy. You've got the judge of the court saying, Judge Palmer strikes the gavel. Silence. I will consider Mr. Bond's request. Mr. Bond, you may approach the bench. Thank you, Your Highness. I mean, Judge. Mr. Bond, who or what is the warrant for, says the judge. Okay, so this is where you answer Hoffman. Hoffman. And what information do you have to substantiate the validity? Validity. Good. I'm doing it again. Substantiate the validity of a warrant. Oh my goodness. Okay. Simple. I've got the Hoffman file right here. All right. Do you have any other information? Yes, I do. I have a warrant poster. Judge Palmer motions the bailiff to retrieve the evidence. You hand the evidence to the bailiff. Now, the overweight policeman, you can see he's getting paid well. I wish I was getting paid that well. Your heart races as Judge Palmer evaluates your evidence. You think to yourself, this punk cannot go free. Okay. Judge Palmer scans the items presented and questions, what makes you think these two men are the same person, Mr. Bonds? Simple, the tattoo. So, Tattoo. The bailiff and court reporters squirm and choke, trying to conceal their laughter, while you quietly tell the judge your tale of tattoos and nipples. The judge attempts to stifle her giggles, but fails. Judge Palmer whispers softly to you, well, Mr. Bonds, it appears your friend has his tit caught in the ringer. Stifling her laughter, Judge Palmer says, congratulations, Mr. Bonds, your request is granted. Here is a no-bail warrant issue in the name of Jason Taselli, alias Mervyn Hoffman. Bailiff, deliver this to Mr. Bonds and escort him out. Thank you, your worship, your highness, your most holiness of holy. So much for granting me this paper of power. Here you are, Mr. Bonds. I hope you are not too late. Taselli's attorney is at the jail at this very moment, attempting his release. Well, he's not going to get far. I mean, it's just across the street. Duh. So I'm just going to run over there. 157. Am I still on target? 157, 150. Where am I now? Yeah, 157. I'm still on target. Good. Well, my target anyway. So it's open door, get in, close door, drive. It would be much quicker if I could just run across the freaking street. All this typing is making my fingers go, Okay, so here we are, and now I have to do this thing again. Open door. Drop, you idiot. Gun, close door. Push button. You press the buzzer and it releases the electronic lock. Okay. Hey, Sonny, come over here, says the jailer. I have something to tell you. I've got something to tell you, buddy boy. The jailer sees, I hope. What? The jailer sees. I hope you know, Bonds, at this very moment, Hoffman's lawyer is in the front reception area bailing that worm out. Give no bail warrant. You hand the jailer the no bail warrant just in time to keep Mr. Taselli from returning to the streets. Oh man, this is great, Sonny. The jailer laughs. I hope you know this will slam old boy's orifice shut. I'll be right back. This is gonna blow his attorney's mind. Okay, so we did it. 159. Yes, 159. So now we have to drive back to the police station and to B1, the park. So this is why I said you have to get your radio before, otherwise she's not going to allow you to get your radio now. Boy, that made my day, Sonny. You should have seen that guy. He started ranting and raving like a little kid who just had his lollipop taken away. It's my pleasure. I aim to please. I'm doing it for the points, not for you. Open door. Get gun. You heard me typing that, right? You remove your holster, your weapon, close door. Because I'm like slamming these keys like a mother. And this is my soft touch keyboard. Get in. Close door. Drive. Okay. So this should just... Okay, the next one is the bust, yes. So I'm just going to drive around here. And stop. Yeah. So now Laura is going to get in. It looks like Laura is waiting for you. You wonder what's up. So Laura is just going to mosey on over here. Sunny, one of my informants, just told me a drug deal is going down soon in Leighton City Park, says Laura. Getting into your car, Lieutenant Morgan wants us to stake it out and see what we can do. No problem, Lieutenant Morgan. Wait a minute. Sergeant? Oh, wait, Lieutenant Morgan is the other dude. Okay. But anyway, so if you try and leave the car, she will not allow you to do so. That's why you need... At this point, if you don't see a radio extender there, you are so screwed. Then you have to start again. Because you need your radio extender for the next bit. At least I tried doing it without the radio extender and didn't succeed much. Because your friends run away. Okay, so basically you just run up to this spot here, and then you fly across the map. Fly across the map. To B1, that's this little corner here. So you're just going to basically slow it down a bit. And then come down here, in between these two lines. And then you stop. Save your game. The bush. I'm going to save in 2 places. Okay, now, this is where I got the trick. I accidentally did this and it worked. Open door. You get extra points, trust me. Get out. Close door. Instead of telling you, I'll show you. So, I'm just going to walk over here. Into the bushes. So you can either hide on the left hand side or on the right hand side. Really doesn't matter which side you hide. So what you do is you get into the bushes. You conceal yourself in the bushes but with a clear view of the table. So what you now do is you can press F6 and F8 and what. But I like to put it draw weapon. Load weapon. You rip out your speed loader and load your weapon. Okay. Now you control D. You key your extender and notify Detective Watts that you're in a concealed position. So now you are ready to stake out. Okay, but you have to be very patient in this specific area. Because if you do it too early or too late, once again, you lose. This game just loves to kill you. She responds to your transmission 10-4, will maintain radio silence until I hear from you. Good. Now you sit and wait. Blast music. Because I know you're supposed to get excited and whatnot. No, keep on waiting. Keep on waiting. You quietly watch a man enter the picnic area. He cautiously nears the picnic table. Like how they say cautiously. Cautiously enters the area. Cautiously. So very slowly, very mindful. Like a Jedi watches every single thing that happens. Am I being followed? No. Gosh. It's not someone you're waiting for him in the bushes or anything. Waiting. Wait. Finally, he shows, and you still have to wait, by the way. Another figure carefully approaches the picnic table. Could it be his drug contact? Wait and see. Like we've been doing the last half an hour. Psst, Vic, were you followed? No way, man. It's all cool. I got the stuff. Did you bring the cash? Yeah, right here. So, I cautiously advise you, if you don't want to wait again, just save your game right here. Okay? So one suspect hands what appears to be an envelope to the other suspect. The second suspect returns a small plastic bag containing a white substance. What could it be? Now he grabs it. Now you say Control D, which means you use the radio. You quietly radio Laura, I'm moving in. You hook up anybody trying to take foot bail. And then you say, hey, but Breath, this ain't enough. Where's the rest? And then you just yell, freeze! Halt! You shout, police officer! Jiggers, the fuzz, shouts the pusher, I'm out of here. Don't shoot, officer, shouts the young man. I give up. Get back here, I've got a gun, I'll shoot your ass. Put away weapon. Alright. Cuff man. Read rights. Carefully admonish your suspect of his Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. What you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. Oh yes, follow me. Now, this is where the trick comes in. Don't search him. You'll see that your papers will say here, notify Laura before the suspect flees, handcuff suspect, read him his rights, search suspect. Don't. I accidentally forgot to search him, and this is where it went good. Now you say, follow me. Right. You follow Sims to the patrol car. Laura asks, what took you so long, Hot Rod? I picked up this loose end trying to take foot bail on you. I've tried getting that guy. It goes bad on every corner, so you're just not supposed to catch him, I think. I tried like 12 different ways of catching him. Didn't work. You mumble under your breath, yeah, sure, Laura, you probably just grabbed the first white male you could find. I don't know how she caught him. He shot me, he ran away from me. This guy basically did everything to get away. Now what happens is I usually search the one guy, but I never search the other one. And when I was like, oh, damn it, I forgot. So I said, search man. Check this out. You search the trembling youngster. The search reveals an identification card and a small bag containing a white powdery substance. The contents of the bag appeared to be cocaine. The Jefferson High School student identification card in the name of Victor Sims matches the general description of your suspect. Laura searches her suspect. Okay, so what you're supposed to do, according to this paper, is you're supposed to search the one guy and then get back here and then she searches the other guy. But when you search them together, you get, what, 6 points instead of 4? 6 points instead of 4, right? Laura searches her suspect. She finds his gun, an envelope of money, and a little else. What is it else? I don't know. 173 points. Okay, so now you say talk Sims. Sims is reluctant but cooperative. You learn he has been selling to kids at Jefferson's high schools, including Officer Cobb's daughter Kathy. Talk to him again. I used to buy from a guy named Jose Martinez, but then Martinez introduced me to Don Colby here. Sim says, I haven't seen Martinez since. Right, now you say to talk Colby. Right? Colby refuses to answer my questions until you talk to him again. After persistent questioning of Colby, you discover he buys his drugs from Leroy Pearson. He says Leroy's telephone number is 555-6537. I don't believe I've got that number. Why didn't I write it down? Do I have a pen here somewhere? Aha. 5. Yeah. 6537. 6537. I gotta check that out. But anyway, he also asked that his cooperation be noted for consideration by the court. Okay, so 178 points. Boom. 178 points. That's it. Now we go to the jail and remove the handcuffs. So, open door. Laura comments, Lieutenant Morgan will be real happy with this bust. So now you walk to your door, you open door, get in, close door, drive. Okay. So what we do now, basically, we're going to take a different route back. I'm just going to stick in the middle. A little bit faster though, should do the trick. Hopefully without accident. Okay, so now I'm going to stick in the middle yet again. Drive a bit faster. Am I going to hit the car? No. I pass it with flying colors. And then stop here. Beautifully done. Parked. Now you just stand one side. Wait for the creeps to get out. Laura says, get the door, Sonny. I'll keep an eye on these boys. Okay, so once again, you have to put away your gun, but she's going to be talking a lot when you try to put your gun away. Open. Laura says, get the door, Sonny. I'll keep an eye on these boys. Right, okay. You push the buzzer, the jailer releases the electronic lock. Come on, boys. Slam Dunk Donnie yells through the fence. Hey, baby, you boys play basketball? I'm getting quite team ready, aren't I? Sonny says, Laura, I'll wait here while you complete the booking. Jailer greets you with a friendly, if you are selling tickets, I don't need any. The jailer says, this is certainly a fine looking group you got this time, Sonny. Drugs. Okay, drugs it'll be. The jailer says, fill out the booking slip and give me his property. You mean their property. Okay, and remove cuffs. You remove the cuffs and place them in your handcuff case, bringing the score to 180. That is correct. Now these poor souls go into lockup. Goodbye, poor souls. I think you boys know where to go, you tell them. Up yours, Dick Tracy. You'll never make the stick. Hey, Bonds, yells Laura. I'll wait for you in the car. Why, I've got nothing more to say. Just have to get my gun. I don't know how she can walk into the prison with her gun and not get anything wrong, anything happen to her. I always get shot if I don't put my gun into the locker. What counts for me counts for other people as well. You can't tell me she deposited her gun in the slot. She had a gun with her the whole time. Maybe she didn't even carry a gun. She caught the guy barehanded while he was packing. Looks like you'll be a valued addition to Narcotics Bond, says Laura. Close door. Gee golly gosh, I hope so. Show me the money. And stop. Okay, this is the part where she tells me to go to the blue lobster? Blue lagoon. Blue something, I don't know. Laura says, Sonny, I'll go right up the arrest. Blue room. I'll bet Jack is over at the blue room, says Laura. Why don't you go tell him we nailed the rat who was dealing dope to at Jefferson High? Fine, I'll do it. Don't have to tell me twice. Okay, I can go. The blue lobster. Oh, that's gorgeous. Damn it, my eyes don't want to stay open. I so wanted to do more on this recording. It's always tomorrow night. Open door. Get out. Close door. Save game. I got here in one piece. So I've died 3 times so far. All in traffic collisions. Is there any way I know how to... I can't drive shit in this game. You enter the blue room and see Jack seated at the table. He appears to be quite intoxicated. Oh, silly boy. Talk, Jack. Trying to cheer Jack, you tell him about the Victor Sims arrest and how he was responsible for selling dope at the high school. Sonny, I really do appreciate you nailing that filthy scumbag pusher, but I'm afraid it might be too late. It is, unfortunately. My daughter Kathy is in the intensive care ward over at Lytton General Hospital, he explains. She's in a coma from a drug only. There's nothing I can do. So she overdosed. Oh, Sonny, there's nothing anyone can do. And this guy's drunk off his rocker, by the way. The bartender says, for your information, Sonny, I have a cab on the way for Jack. Which is so considerate. I wish I could tip the bartender, but the game doesn't allow me to. I sure would love to stretch the neck of the sorry dope pushing scumsucker that hurt my little girl. He's probably gonna kill her in like story 2 or police quest 2 or something. The cab driver shouts out, "Hey, who called for the taxi?" That would be Jack. Get off and get in the taxi. That's it for me, Sonny. I'll see you later. The cabbie says, right, this way, buddy boy, and don't fall down. I cannot even imagine losing a kid. I've got 2. That would be tremendously horrifying. Phew, man, is this boy in bad shape? Yeah, he's drunk off his fucking rocker, what do you think? I don't drink, but I'm pretty sure if something like this happens to me, I'll be worse off than him. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Sonny, says Keith, but I have some bad news for you. It just keeps on coming. Lieutenant Morgan sent me over here to advise you that your boy Cecilia has escaped from jail. Dum dum dum. Cecilia jumped a guard, then made it to the exercise yard where he escaped by climbing over the fence. There is a city-wide dragnet out for him right now. Morgan wants to see you back at his office ASAP. That means as soon as possible. See you later, Sonny. I have business to take care of. Well, everybody's got business to take care of, including Detective Sonny Bonds, aka me. So we're leaving the lobster at 181 points. And then heading back to the police station. Let's just check something. So I'm at the blue room. Yeah, I'm going back to the police station. Let's just see. Look up the gun number. Okay, so this part I haven't quite figured out yet, but I have figured out what to do. But I tend to want to know how to figure out what to do. It's just something I like to do. But I haven't figured out how to figure out what to do yet. Sounds confusing, but I'll explain in a minute. And if somebody knows and can tell me in the comments below, I'd really appreciate it. But since this is a very old game, I'm going to need somebody my age or older probably, or somebody really into vintage games to be able to tell me what the answer to this question is. If there even is an answer. Door, and I'll get to the question now. Close door. There we go. So save the game. So the first thing I have to do is to talk to Morgan. It's good to see you, Sonny. Come over to my desk. I know you worked hard trying to keep that punk Hoffman in jail. What a shame that it was all for naught. It's frustrating when a man does the best job he can do and some dummy screws it up. I wouldn't trust that tower guards to guard our water foundation. After reviewing the Hoffman's file, I think we should take a close look at the black book that was impounded along with his Cadillac. Get it from Russ in the evidence lockup. Check it out and then get back to me. I leave some other leads to investigate. I have some other leads to investigate. When we next meet, I may have some new ideas. Okay, so I always walk into that invisible thing. I have no clue what it is. Okay, so after talking with him, it's 182, correct? It is indeed. Okay, now we have to look up the serial number of the gun. So there was two ways of doing it. You either could have seen it in the Hoffman file, or you can just walk over here. Then you can talk to Jack over here. Oh, it's actually Russ, okay. Book. Now, Sonny, you know this is official evidence, so you can look at the book. Give back to Russ. Let's try Jack. Drop book. After browsing through the suspect's personal address book, you return it to evidence. Okay. See, the score is still 182. That is what it's supposed to be, 182. Yes, okay. So now you can type in gun. Alright. So now that serial number, you write it down. Okay. So after careful examination of the weapon, you return it to evidence, blah blah. Okay, so now you have seen the book, you've seen the gun. It's actually just the gun you have to look at. You don't have to look at the book, it doesn't give you any points. So you just say use computer right here. Okay, now it's SW, that stands for Smith & Wesson, 9764912. 976. (976.492) is a 45 caliber automatic handgun. Serial number reported stolen in Chicago. Contact Detective Tabor at CPD 131255533382. Okay, then you type in leave, and then you leave the computer off. You'll see you got 2 points for doing that. So that is a must. If you want points, of course. Then you walk over to here, the little table. Now this I'm going to show you. It's very interesting. Use phone. Okay, number to dial. These are the two questions I have, right? 411. You have to dial 411 in order to get the directory. How do you know 411 is the directory? Okay, I got this stuff from the internet. Okay, because I couldn't find out how to get the numbers. So I can't find this on the internet. Right. So now, check this part out. You can't type Sergeant Morgan or Lieutenant Morgan. So you just type in Morgan. Right? Watch this. 555-7764. Okay. Where's this? Okay. Watch this now. Use phone. 555-7764. No answer. Click. So if you were to phone Morgan from the hotel room, you would get the same thing. No answer. Click. So the telephone directory doesn't give you Morgan's number. You have to get Morgan's number from his office. I just wanted to show you something interesting right there. So careful of that. But anyway, the numbers I'm trying to do is use phone. Okay. So this number we know how to get. 312 555 3382. Chicago PD Detective Tabor speaking. How may I help you? And then you just type TASELLI Taselli. Detective Tabor says, "Oh yes, we know your man, Jason Taselli, alias Hoffman, alias Pearson. He is linked to a big-time card shark and drug runner named Jesse Baines. Jesse Baines, which, by the way, is the Death Angel. Alright, both have dropped from sight in our area. I'll send you his mugshot. I'll send you a mugshot of this guy, Baines. Good luck." Click. So you notice you got a wad of points. Second question. Final question. If you know the answer to this, drop it in the comments. Okay? Use phone. This number over here, 555-4522, is the phone number for the crime lab. How do you get the phone number for the crime lab? I've typed in crime lab into the telephone directory 411, which, by the way, I still don't know how to get, and it doesn't pop up. So where do you get this number? So then you apparently talk to Williams. Who's Williams? Crime lab detective Williams. Who's speaking, please? And then you type in Bonds. "Hello, Sunny, what can I do for you?" And then so type Taselli. "Yes, the prints on the gun match the Hoffman Taselli fellow. I heard he escaped. Bye now." Click. Boom. 94 points. So now you're sitting with a staggering 194 points. Yes. And then you have to walk out of the office and back in. Okay, watch this. Watch this. So you're going to walk down here. And then up again. And then, boom, she's in the office. What the hell? "Sonny," says Laura, "just after you left, a hooker by the name of Sweet Cheeks Marie, who called you Precious, called from the jail and said she needs to see you as soon as possible. But before you go to jail, Morgan wants to see you." I have to speak to Morgan again? But did I miss something? Oh. Morgan wants to see you again. Why did I forget to speak to him? It's good to see you, Sonny. Come over to my desk. Hello, Sonny. I hear your little sweetheart is in the can. Maybe she's taking a shit. Sonny, I think your friend Sweet Cheeks may be able to help us out. It seems our drug problem is emanating from the Hotel Delphoria. In lieu of her current state of affairs, I'd bet Sweet Cheeks could help. Sweet Cheeks would be willing to help you establish your cover at the hotel. Go over to the jail and see if she'll help you with the hotel operation. When you get back, I'll hold a briefing on the operation. I'll call the jail and arrange everything for you. Oh, that's it. You don't get any points for this. That's how I missed it. By the way, if you drive directly to the jail, you can still get everything. He still makes all the arrangements and everything, so... The hell. Yeah, just walk around the car. Having performed the prescribed walk-around safety check of your vehicle, you are now ready to hit the streets. Simple. Open door. Get in. Close door. Drive. Let's go to jail. Let's go to jail. I'm just gonna miss that. Oh, stop. Behave, darling. Open door. Get up. Close door. Okay, I'm at the jail. It's 194. Yes. You push the buzzer, then the jail releases the electronic lock. Some of these things are very repetitive. Well, it's about time, Bonds, exclaims the jailer. That gal in cell 1 has been whining like a lonely puppy for you. Do your best to calm that girl down, will you, Sonny? I don't get paid enough to listen to that crap. As you approach cell 1, Sweet Chick spots you and says, "Oh, Precious, I'm so happy to see you. Please come here and talk to me. I need your help, Sonny." "I'm sorry, Sonny, but I got picked up by Operation Trick Trap. I know you warned me, but I thought the operation was over. I'll do anything to get out." "Oh, Sonny, if only I had someone like you to call my own." Yeah, she wants me now. That she's in jail. "Wow, Sweet Lips," you exclaim. "Was that hot or what?" "I'm sorry, Precious. I just couldn't resist you. Oh, please get me out of this place. Help with operation. Help with operation." "Oh, Sonny, I'll help you do anything. Thank you so much. Oh, please tell me what to do." 199. Boom. And it was exactly what we were aiming for. Embarrassed, you feel as though all the blood in your body has rushed to your face. He explained the arrangements of Sweet Cheek's immediate release to her. Sweet Cheeks, as soon as you're released, I want you to go to the police station for a meeting with Lieutenant Morgan. Okay, done. Hey, Sonny, says the jailer in a loud voice. You been messing with my female prisoners, or did you just start wearing lipstick today? Lieutenant Morgan just called. He's sending a car over for Sweet Cheeks. Yeah, that's how I roll. Alright. Open door. Get gun. Close door. Okay, so this next part, I'm not supposed to know, and I'm not supposed to drive there, but I'm driving straight there. Get in. Like I'm not supposed to know the rest of the game anyway. Identify the body. Vroom, 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 vroom. Your radio crackles. 83 Nora 10 respond to Cotton Cove. Officers on scene need ID of 187 victim. 8310 Nora responding to call. Please stand by. Oh, I need to go and sleep. Let's save again with identify the body. Good to see you, Sonny, he says. We've got a ripe one here with no ID. Is this the dude you arrested? Since you're the guy who booked him, we hope you can identify him. Look for the tattoo, people. Remove blanket. You lift the white blanket and examine the swollen body. It resembles Jason Tiselli, however, you cannot be sure. Remove shirt. The soggy shirt peels slowly from his chest. Above his left nipple, you spot the flower tattoo, which confirms your identification. Close blanket. Cover with blanket. Let me just fucking leave him. Control D, you key the radio dispatch. This is 83 Nora 10. Report positive ID on body of 1 Jason Tiselli, 10-8 Cotton Cove. Your radio crackles 10 for 83 Nora 10. Dispatch copies 1022 APB Jason Tiselli. Thanks, Sonny. Be advised. Coroner is en route 1019 per Lieutenant Morgan. Well, I tried covering up the body with a blanket. I'm not going to guess what it is. I did it once before. I don't give a crap now. Get in. In case you didn't know, listen to your freaking radio and you'll know. Okay, wait. Where am I going now? Is it the hotel now? Yeah, I'm going to the police station. Done with that. Oops. Yeah, conference with Morgan, bleach hair, conference with Morgan. And put down the radio, obviously. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. It. One. Okay, so this is the part where I had to go and pimp in. Suddenly step on over to my desk. I have devised a plan to infiltrate the gambling scene at the Hotel Delphoria. Lieutenant Morgan begins. Sonny, I want you to check into the hotel under the name of Jimmy Lee Bankston. He continues, meet Sweet Cheeks in the hotel cocktail lounge. Signal Sweet Cheeks that you're ready to begin the operation by ordering a drink. She'll pretend to recognize you as Whitey, an old friend recently released from prison. She'll introduce you to the bartender Woody Roberts, whom we believe is the contact man for the Black Room Hustle. Backroom Hustle. You'll be carrying a large sum of money in marked bills so they can track them, of course, and will pretend to be eager for action. Lieutenant Morgan concludes, since Laura developed your disguise, I'll let her fill you in on its details. Sonny, I've picked out a white suit for you, Laura says. And by the way, we've decided your hair must be bleached. You'll walk with the aid of this special cane. Its handle is really a detachable 22 caliber Magnum Derringer. When the need arises, you will carry a voice transmitter disguised as a plain-looking ballpoint pen. Laura adds, I picked up the supplies at the beauty shop. Take this bottle of bleach cream activator into your shower and bleach your hair. That's all I have, concludes Laura Sweet Cheeks. Do you have anything to add? In an excited voice, Sweet Cheeks says, Oh, Sonny, I'm so happy I get to work with you. Why, it almost brings a tear to my eye. I'm looking forward to spending tonight working with you at the Hotel Delphoria, my precious. She winks at you. Sweet Cheeks says, Lieutenant Morgan, why don't you head on over to the hotel? Sonny will follow shortly. So there she goes off to the hotel. Thanks for your help, Laura, Morgan says. That's all for now. And here comes the sad news about Jack. Lieutenant Morgan instructs you, Sonny, after you bleach your hair and change clothes, report back to me. I have more instructions for you. Sergeant Dooley, his voice cracking, interrupts the meeting. It is my regretful duty to inform you that I've just received a phone call from Jack Cobb. His daughter Kathy just died without ever regaining consciousness. Effective immediately, Jack is on extended family leave. Jack's taking this really hard. His brother is staying with him. Sorry. And he requests no visitors. I'm sure our sympathy goes out to Jack in this time of need. Hatred wells up inside you. You vow revenge for Kathy's senseless death by tracking down dope world animals responsible. Lieutenant Morgan speaks softly. Sonny, the sooner you get into the scene at the Hotel Delphoria, the sooner we can neutralize those bloodsuckers. So finally I can walk. 208 is the score I've got right now. 208 is the score. 01. Yes. Okay. So now sorry, Laura. Lieutenant Morgan is waiting for you. You'd better change and get over there. You can freaking wait. 555 2622. By the way, this you get with the 411 if you type in Cobb. Cobb residents, you offer your condolences to the Cobb family. Thank you so much, Sonny. Once again, your points have gone up. Don't listen to the heartless bitch in the corner there. I'm pretty sure she also wants Sunny bonds for herself. Drop radio. Return the radio extender to the recharge stand. I'm pretty sure she's one of those idiot blondes. The one that cannot tell the difference between a knife and a fork. Okay, so I'm going to shower for the first time in this game. Watch out for the floor, man. It's so slippery. Look, one of them dudes in the Russian ice follies. Really nice. Your shots of trauma. Open door. Change. Okay. So here we are in a towel. Turn on shower. Ah, there's nothing like a nice hot shower. Bleach hair. You carefully pour the bleach on your hair. Now what? Rinse hair. Good idea. With great anticipation, you carefully rinse the bleach from your hair. Oop. Popped bright yellow. At least you'll find out if blondes really have more fun. Turn off shower. How wonderful. 15 years of service have come to this. Wearing a pimp suit to meet a hooker, now that's professional advancement. Wouldn't your mommy be proud? Yes, I am now pimping. That is terrible. Terrible stuff. Terrible. And all I've got with me is traffic keys, Cadillac keys, a trick cane, and the Lighton Tribune. I can remember I had something else with me last time. Am I forgetting something? 214? Bleach, eh? Conference with Morgan will make it 215. Come over to my desk. I have some things to discuss with you. You always have things to discuss with me. After you infiltrate the illegal gambling activities at the hotel, contact me. I'll send over a team of detectives to serve as your backups. This envelope contains $1,000 in marked $100 bills. Use your head, Sonny, and don't forget, we want Mr. Big. Just then, the office intercom scorches Lieutenant Morgan, Homicide Detective Oscar Hamilton on line 3. You patiently wait while Morgan grumbles on the phone. When the conversation ends, Morgan relates Hamilton's comments on the floater found this morning at Cotton Cove. Sonny, it seems that Hoffman Tiselier was shot execution style before he decided to take his little swim. It looks like you're walking right into the dragon's lair at the Hotel Delphoria. Be careful, boy. Well, that's it there, Morgan says. Now go meet Sweet Cheeks and get this campaign rolling. Finally, I can walk. You talk too much, dude. Seriously, you talk way too much. I could have been at the hotel already. I could have been a contender. I could be somebody. Have to walk around your car, remember? If you don't, then tough shit. You dead. Your car's gonna crash. Having performed the prescribed walk-around safety check of your vehicle, you are now ready to hit the streets. Okay. Okay, the hotel I think is the second one. And it's actually the third. Thank goodness the robot's green faster. Okay, the reason I'm saving here is obvious. Front of hotel. Hey, Shingles, my man. Thank you, Jeeves. I love it. Okay. Ring bell. Good day, sir, says the desk clerk in his best plastic voice. How may I help you? Get room. We have a vacancy in room 204 on the second floor. All our rooms are very clean and nicely furnished with telephones and queen-size beds, says the desk clerk. That'll be $100, please. Pay. You hand the clerk $100 and he asks you to fill out the registration card. You do under the name of Jimmy Lee Bankston. Thank you very much, sir. Here are your keys. I hope you enjoy your stay. After you fill out the register, the desk clerk says, just take the elevator to the second floor. Your room is to the right. Damn it. I'm losing this battle. What'll it be? Bear. Okay, coming right up. Sweet Cheeks pretends she has just noticed you. Whitey, is that you? She shouts. Oh, Whitey, it's so good to see you, says Sweet Cheeks, playing her role to the hilt. It's been such a long, long time. Come on, Cheeks, you say. Let's sit at the table over there. Hmm. There you are, sir, says the bartender. That'll be $5, please. Pay. You slip a marked 100 from your wallet and hand it to the bartender. Thank you, sir, he says. I'll be right back with your change. You know, Sonny, says Sweet Cheek softly, I, I've seen 4 guys go in that door since I got here. Here's your change, sir. Well, how about it, Sweet Cheeks? The bartender says, are you going to introduce me to your new friend? Woody, I'd like you to meet Jimmy Lee Bankston, but everyone I know calls him Whitey, says Sweet Cheeks. Whitey's a dear old friend that I haven't seen for over a year. She then excuses herself to powder her already heavily powdered nose. The bartender asks you, what do you do for a living? I'm just presently unemployed, just taking it easy, enjoying life and looking for a good time, you tell him. I just finished doing a little time for embezzlement and haven't had a chance to land a job yet, you tell Woody. Acting surprised at your slip, you lower your voice and say, but I'd sure appreciate you keeping that information under your hat, okay? Woody assures you that you can trust him. Sweet Cheeks returns even after the drinks and your conversation with the bartender. Woody Roberts is tight-lipped about any backroom gambling. Say, Sweet Cheeks, you say loudly, how'd you like to go to Vegas with me for a weekend? Sweet Cheeks acts quite excited as she accepts your offer. See, he's scared, the little bitch. But we'll loosen his tongue just now. Stand. Just before leaving the cocktail lounge, you ask Sweet Cheeks to remain at the table while you try to get Woody to open up. What'll it be? Pay. You slip the bartender a 20 and then it happens. In a suddenly soft voice, the bartender asks Whitey, exactly what are you looking for in the way of a good time? Just about anything, you tell him, but women, gambling, and money at the top of the list. Well, Whitey, Woody whispers, there is a little card game in our back room that is available by invitation only. It's pretty serious. It'll cost you 200 just to get into the game. He continues, if you think you can handle it, come back a little later with the 200 and I'll see what I can do for you. With your heart pounding, you offer him your thanks and assure him you'll be right back after you finish with Sweet Cheeks. Hubba hubba. TWO. 222. 222 bartender info. Yeah, I'm still on queue. Did you get anywhere with the bartender, Precious? Use phone. 555-6674. Remember the number you got in the beginning? From looking at his desk. Lieutenant Morgan, who's speaking? Bonds. Why don't you send Sweet Cheeks Mary back to the station by cab? Try to get behind the scenes in the hotel. Your backup personnel will be arriving later this evening. Good luck, click. Use phone. Now once again you can do the 411 method. Then you can type in cab and it will give you 555 9222. Lytton Cab Company, where's the pickup? The hotel. Okay, we have a car on the way. Thank you, click. You instruct Sweet Cheeks to catch a cab and go to the police station. So now with Sweet Cheeks out of the way, you can concentrate on your game, which is the game of poker. And then after the game of poker, you go back to your room, grab a pen, go do another game of poker, with which you finally win, and etc. etc. You'll see in a few minutes. BTW, I'm not going to record the entire poker game because that takes very, very long. And the same as Leisure Suit Larry and a few other games. You have to save and load every time you lose money. Like for instance, Little Big Adventure or Schedule 1. You can load your game if you lose money. What'll it be? Pay. So you want to try your luck, says Woody. Come on, Whitey, follow me. Woody raps a staccato rhythm on the door. A panel in the door slides open. Woody whispers through the opening, I've got a new player for you. Come over here, says Woody. I have to frisk you before you can get in. We don't want no trouble around here. So you just walk left and right. Woody tells you, okay, Whitey, you have a good time now. Alright, so basically the door opens. You walk up to this little chair over here and you type on sit. Sit. Good evening, gentlemen, you say, the men at the table. I'm Jimmy Lee Bankston. May I join you? Yes, you may, Mr. Bankston, says the man across the table. Have a seat. So you sit down. I'm Otto, and to your left is Jean. Glad to meet you, you respond. 230, that is the entrance fee. Yeah, now I have to win a poker game. But I'm going to save that for tomorrow night. And take my time in doing these videos. I want to do it proper. Otto introduces you to the newcomer Frank. This is Mr. Jimmy Lee Bankston. He's going to join us for a few hands. Mr. Bankston, meet Frank. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Bankston, says the newcomer. Let's play poker. Okay, I have a 9, Jack, 9, King, and 5. I'm gonna put in 3 chips. Jean folds. Otto calls. Otto takes 3 cards, which means he doesn't have much. Frank does 3 cards. I'm going to do 3 as well. 2, 4, and 5. Five, 10, 4. Really now, you're such a charmer. Shit, 3 and 3 chips. Maybe I'm lucky. I'm so freaking lucky. Alright. Well, what are the chances I win another one? Okay, let's do one last one. Last one. For tonight. And then I'll continue again tomorrow night. Okay, that's double 4. 2, 8, and 9. 6 chips. Otto folds. Frank takes 3 cards. Also won 3 cards. 2, 4, and 5. Ugh. I'm not gonna win, am I? 4. Doubt I'm gonna get anything, but okay, so I lose. This is where the loading comes in. Then you load the game. So I want to teach you something to make this game go a lot quicker. Check your hand first. Make sure it's a winning hand. Or close to. Deal. You have to type deal every time. So all antes are in. 3, Queen, 6, 9, Jack. Then you press the load button and wait. And then you type deal again. Or I think you can press F3 or whatever. See, now you've got 2 10s. Now you can say, okay, I've got 2 10s and an ace. I could make this work. So throw in 3 chips. You basically load until you have a good hand. 2 10s is already something to work with. And an ace. You got a chance here, boy. How many cards do you want to discard? 2 only. 2 and 3. The ace and the 2 10s can stay. If I'm lucky, I can get either an ace or a 10. Chances are not. 9 and jack. How fitting. How many chips? 3. And Otto wins with 3 of a kind, 9s. I just happen to have the other 9. Deal. Okay, so you keep your one finger on F7 and the other finger on F3 to retype deal into load. So 2 jacks. This could work. 3 chips. How many cards? 3. Discard 3. 1, 3, and 4. Otto wins with 1 pair of queens where I've got 1 pair of jacks. So hate this. Five, 5, 6, 7, jack. Nope. Two twos. Hell no. Two aces. Okay, this could work. Make it 3 chips. Now the question is, am I going to throw away 2 cards at 3? 3 cards. 1, 3, and 5. Chances are 0 I'm getting another ace. I know I sound negative or pessimistic, but I know it's not going to happen. This game's poker has got shitty luck. 4, queen, and 8. No ace. Whitey wins. I win. Yes. Almost done, by the way. Deal. Ow. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't want this hand. This hand looks crap. Seven, 5, ace to ace. Ooh, this could work. 3. All I need is 6 chips to win. First card 1, 2, and 4. Frankfurt. That's awful. 3 chips. 19 chips. So if I win... No, of course I don't win. Hardly ever do. Six, 10, king, 9, 5. King, 4, 7, 4, 3. Ten, 8, 4, 10, 7. Let's give it a shot. 2 10s might be able to get me there. Gene folds. I need 7 chips to win, so they all fold. I win. I'm winning. Frank says, well, Mr. Bankston, it seems that poker is your kind of game. If you'd like to come back later tonight, we'll be playing a more private game with considerably higher stakes. Be sure to give Woody the password Frank sent you. He'll let you in for free and you'll gain admission to our private room. If everything works out well, says Frank, perhaps we can talk a little business afterwards. Well, I am tired as a mother, but let's give it a go, shall we? Tuesday 3. $2.33. Right, I'm going past it for 2. And I have to get pen, which is going to make it 240 something. Right, let's see. No, I'm tired, but what the hell, let's do this. I'm so close to the end, I can smell it. The end I'm going to replace with I win my poker games. This is in reference to that guy that always says, I win my poker games. He's got this like funny voice. Big guy, bodybuilder, I think, type. Okay, get pen. So now I'm just basically waiting here for these guys to show up. They always take a while, I think. Can't remember if I have to call them or what. You hear a knock at the door, followed by the turn of the doorknob. Three men enter, two of them familiar. Hey Sonny, how's it going? Says the lead detective. I'm sure glad we found your room. I'd hate to have someone call the cops for us breaking and entering. We're ready when you are, Whitey, he concludes. Alright, so then basically you just walk up to this guy and say, get pen. You don't need it. Get pen. You don't need it. Get transmitter. Detective Anglin. Transmitter. Freaking hard. Transmitter. I know at the end you can say use pen, but anyway. Detective Anglin hands you the transmitter and a new supply of marked $100 bills. You carefully clip the transmitter to your pocket. We'll monitor your voice transmitter at all times. We're anxiously waiting to assist you in any arrests. Take a look at this, says Anglin. We just received a fax from Chicago that includes the mugshots of one Jesse Baines. Although the fax is rather fuzzy, you have the feeling that you've seen this face before. Of course, it's the guy you're playing poker with. Okay, so now it's 2:38. I'm just going to turn here. 2:38. Wait, what the hell? Why do you only get 1 point for getting the transmitter? I got the pen, right? Transmitter pen, yes. 1. That's weird. Now the password is Frank Saint Me. I only got 1 point for that? You gotta be kidding. Okay, come on. I haven't got all night. What'll it be? Frank Saint Me. Nice to see you again, Mr. Banksy, follow me. You don't get any points for the password, Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. So, you don't... It says you get 5 points for getting the transmitter pen. You only get 1. Woody raps a staccato rhythm on the door. The panel opens once again. Woody explains to the mysterious person behind the door, you've brought the player back for the big game in the back room. Come over here, please, Whitey, says Woody. I have to frisk you again. It's just a formality, you understand, sir? Okay, so now he's going to frisk me. This time Woody says he'll escort you to the card room. That is the back room of the back room. Woody knocks at the door at the back of the room. Gentleman, announces Woody, welcome back, Mr. Jimmy Lee Bankston. Sit. Frank welcomes you back to the game. Hello again, Mr. Bankston. I believe you know everyone here. This time you look carefully at Frank as he shuffles the cards. Cold chills race down your spine, and a blast of adrenaline surges through your body as you realize he exactly matches the description of Jesse Baines, the Death Angel. Like I said, Jesse Baines, the Death Angel. You're playing cards with the Bastard. Okay, so here we go. Last run. 2 queens and an ace. That is brilliant. Everyone passes. Oh, I could throw in 9 chips if I could. Gene calls 10 chips. Otto calls 13 chips. Frank folds. How many cards? 2, 1, and 4. Please have another queen or ace. Got a queen. Otto folds. There's only 16 chips on the table. Come on now. Raise the stakes, you bitch. Raise the stakes. Whitey wins a 3 of a kind. Yeah. Okay, so save the game. Deal. Two, 10, king, 3, 4. Nope. Nine, 6, king, jack, 2. Nope. Queen, 4, jack, 7, 6. Nope. Three, 4, 8, king, 5. Nope. Wait, I haven't seen the cards yet. Deal. Eight, 6, 10, 5. Why are you doing this to me? Seven, 8, 7, jack, 2. How many chips? 5. Duh. I'm poor flush in this bit. I want to get rid of 4 and 5. 2, 4, and 5. Please be a 7 or an ace. Gene is gonna win this round. 6 and queen, yeah. Watch it, Gene is gonna win this round. He threw away 2 cards, not 3. He's got 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind. I called it. I called it. Told you, can't count cards, but I know my poker. I can watch the game very carefully and determine if it's worth it to play. Nope. There's 2 3s. Not good enough. Wrong button. Deal. Got 1 ace, but it's not good enough. I need at least 2 or 3 cards of the same. More than 10. 8, 4, 5, 9, 2. That's not gonna win me an Oscar. Five, 3, 4, 8, 8. I don't know, the 2 8s might just win me something. Let's get rid of the 3 cards and see if I can get another 8. Otto folds. Frank folds, so it's just me and Jean. I want 3 cards eliminated. 1, 2, and... Oh. He also throws away 3 cards, so I've got a shot at this. I've got a shot at winning this one. Oh, I'm definitely gonna win this one. 2 pairs, jacks and aces. Oh, I'm gonna poor flush this past it. He folds 2 pairs. Damn shame, damn shame. Alright, so, deal. Queen, queen, let's stay. How many chips? 3. Jean folds. Otto calls. Frank takes 3 cards. I want to remove 3 cards as well. 1, 3, and 4. And Otto also throws away 3 cards. So this is an even match where I've got very high numbers. I might just be able to win this. Well, let's find out. Frank bets 3. I'll bet 6. Jean folds. This is between me, Otto, and Frank. Otto calls. He doesn't raise. Why, if he had 3 of a kind, wouldn't he raise? That sucks. He just got lucky. 6, 6, king, 9, 5. Let's stay then. Chips 3. How many cards do you want to disclose? 4 and 5 actually. I'm gonna keep the king now. We're hoping for another. Either a 6 or a king or both. Not what I wanted to see, but okay, whatever. How many chips? Poor flush the spade. By the way, for those who don't know, a poor flush means you put in a lot of money in the hope that everyone folds. And I won. Yes. Well, Mr. Bankston says, Frank, you're a poker player after my own heart. Frank then asks Whitey if I may call you that, I understand you may be looking for work. So after you win the poker game, it's still 138. Maybe looking for work. So then you type in yes. Very good, I like your style. It went up to 241. Where's my pen now? There we go. Win the poker game, went up with 3, so it's 241. Okay, then you get points for using the pen, and then you get points for the ending. Right, great stuff. Very good, I like your style. How would you like to join me in my suite for a drink, Whitey? Asked Frank. I've got a business proposition to discuss with you. Yes. Great, follow me. Stand. Okay, so now you save the game as I win my poker games. Well, that's what I'd say to that. So, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm definitely going to make more Sierra games with voices. I call them story mode. This one is also going to be named story mode. It probably is named story mode already. I'm just talking about future tense. I'm going to be making more police quest, more space quest, and remember, if you want to watch Leisure Suit Larry, you have to have your own account, and you have to make it so that your account is older than 18. That's also the only way that you can watch my educational channel called Let's Talk Like Adults, where I discuss education of the adult traits. If you don't know what it is, register over 18 and check it out. Okay, so max done. I'm actually going to save as I win my poker games as well. Because, I mean, so he's in room 404. What's going to happen is he's going to enter his room. You just stop right here, type in use pen. You whisper a soft room 404 into your transmitter pen, informing your backup unit of your location. 246, there we go. Yes. 246. That's what I like to see. Well, Mr. Bankston, says Baines, I have a little proposition for you that I know you'll love. I'm interested, you reply. Just then, the telephone rings in the next room. Fix yourself a drink while I answer the phone, says Baines. You step up to the bar and peruse the selection of beverages. Oh, it's basically auto-controlling itself. Okay, cool. Now this is where everything goes south. He pulls a gun on you, then Baines draws his gun and aims it directly at you. Hold it right there, pig, he shouts. It seems one of our card-playing comrades recognizes your ugly mug from a minor misunderstanding he had with the heat a while back. You're about to find out just how much I hate cops. Just then, a knock on the door diverts Baines' attention. You dive to the floor and struggle to remove the derringer from the cane. A loud crash and the door flies open. Your backups have arrived. Baines is taken down in the barrage of gunfire. Don't worry, he's still alive. In the twinkling of an eye, the shootout is over. Sprawled unconscious on the carpet with a near-fatal belly wound lies Jesse Baines, the Death Angel. Jesse Hiram Baines, the Death Angel, was brought to justice and tried in the Superior Court of the City of Layton on the following charges. Charge: illegal gambling. Hotel Delphoria bartender Woody Roberts turned state's evidence as a witness for the prosecution in return for a suspended sentence and 3 years probation, provided convincing testimony concerning the gambling activities of Jesse Baines, Otto Lipschitz, and Gene the Bambino Bamboni. Charge: drug trafficking. Drug pusher Donald B. Colby turned state's evidence and as a witness for the prosecution in return for a suspended sentence and 5 years probation, provided convincing testimony concerning the Baines narcotics distribution network. Charge: attempted murder. Lytton PD detectives Bonds, Anglin, and Smith presented eyewitness testimony concerning the shootout at the Hotel Delphoria. Charge: first-degree murder. Ballistic tests provided a positive match between Baines' .32 caliber automatic handgun and the weapon used to murder Jason Taselli. And now the results of that trial. The Honorable Judge Kim Palmer asks the foreman of the jury, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?" The foreman answers, "Yes, we have, Your Honor." "Bailiff, please bring the jury's verdict to me." "Bailiff, please read the jury's verdict to the court." Charge: illegal gambling, guilty as charged. Charge: drug trafficking, guilty as charged. Charge: attempted murder, guilty as charged. Charge: first-degree murder, guilty as charged. Mr. Baines, please rise for sentencing. Do you have any last statement before I pronounce sentencing? Baines looks straight into your eyes. "No, Your Honor." Then, under his breath, he hisses across the aisle, "Bonds, you're a dead man." Staring impatiently at Baines, Judge promises firmly, "Jesse Hiram Baines, you are hereby sentenced to a total of 97 years in the state penitentiary without possibility of parole." The courtroom erupts in spontaneous applause. You smile broadly until you catch Baines' glaring holes through your skull. You know your life is not yet free of the Death Angel. Three days pass, with Baines safely ensconced in the state penitentiary at Vacanville. The city of Layton is once again a quiet, peaceful community, freed from the grasp of the Death Angel. 250 is the final score. Oh, there's someone that said they made it for made more than 250, like 254 or something, but I'm happy with 250. It's more than 245. Following a ticker tape parade down Main Street in your honor, a huge crowd has gathered on the courthouse steps. Mayor Fuddrucker and Chief Whipplestick wait at the top of the steps while you pass through the department honor guard. Sonny Bonds, the mayor, reads as mayor. I wish to express the appreciation of the people of the city of Lytton for your service to them and present you with this expression of our gratitude, the key to the city. Congratulations, you've won Police Quest. You are a true veteran police officer, proven in the line of duty. We hope you have enjoyed playing. If you liked Police Quest, be sure to play the other 3D animated graphic adventure games on Sierra: King's Quest 1, 2, and 3, the Black Cauldron Space Quest 1 and 2, and Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. I've actually played Space Quest 1 and 2, the VGA version as well as the normal one. There are other videos that are on my channel. Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards, I've played the VGA version and the normal version, but once again you have to be older than 18, so make an account older than 18 to be able to watch them. They are quite funny. And I'm going to do Queen King's Quest still. I just want to finish the Space Quest and Police Quest ones first before I move on to Leisure Suit Larry and then of course King's Quest. That'll come much later. And I'm also going to be doing Hugo, the series. There's 1, 2, and 3. House of Horrors, Whodunit, and the Jungle of Doom. Yes. You'll also enjoy our 3D helicopter simulator that allows you to have dogfights with your friends via modem or just fly through many cities for fun. I'm not sure I've played that one yet, but I don't think I'm gonna. I know LHX helicopter, but I don't know of Oh, Sunny, my hero. Well, that seems to be going on and on, so I'll just turn the sound off. If there are any points I missed, please put them in the comments for others to see. I can also make shorts of the other points that I might have missed. Like I said, I'll be making the other videos as well. It's going to take some time though. It takes me some time to get these things because I want to get the points just right. I want to make sure if there's 300 points, I want to try and make 300 points or more. So I'm trying to get all the videos as close to the amount of points that I can. So yeah, if I missed any points, please type in the comments. If there's any of these old games that you'd like me to create, please put it in the comments. I also have a chat now on YouTube as well, where you can talk to me, can suggest older games. Like I said, my PC is really old, so it's very hard for me to play new games. I'd like to do Swimming Pool Simulator, I'd like to do more Schedule 1, but there's too many people complaining. I don't even know what means, oh, your PC can only run 4 frames per second. I'm guessing that's slow. So yeah, my PC is 20 years old. I am running a DDR3 system with 8 gigs of RAM with a 2 gig graphics card and a 1 terabyte hard drive. I have a job, but I'm not getting paid much. I've got 2 children to raise in the world. I don't have money to buy myself a PC. The PayPal account is linked down below. If you want to send me some money, I will use that money to upgrade my system and then play better games. But until then, I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. I'm trying to get there so I can start making money by people watching my content. So, once again, thank you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting me. My dream is to become a YouTube streamer. Not a streamer, YouTube content creator. So I want to create content for you guys to watch for your enjoyment. And this also helps me because I've always wanted to complete all the Sierra games. It's been a dream of mine for a very long time. But without further ado, thank you for watching. Do subscribe and see you in the next one.